In this video, we're talking about the romance between Puss and Kitty Softpaws. Their story follows the classic enemies to lovers path, driven by a mix of strong competitive egos and real moments of vulnerability that draw them together. Before they crossed paths, Puss had a tough backstory. He started as a celebrated hero in San Ricardo but became an outlaw after his childhood best friend Humpty Dumpty tricked him into helping rob the bank.
Okay, I got everything. We did it. Come on, let's go!
How could you do this to me?
That betrayal forced him to flee, leaving behind his home, his adoptive mother, and everything familiar. From then on, he relied only on himself and his sword, learning not to trust anyone else. Kitty Softpaws had her own hardships that shaped her. She grew up as a clever street-smart thief, but her original owners punished her for getting into trouble by declawing her, taking away her natural claws.
Maybe I scratched their curtains or played too rough with the hamster. I don't know why they did it, but they took my claws.
Feeling exposed and defenseless without them, she ran away to survive on her own. To make up for it, she honed her amazing speed and used her soft paws to steal quietly, slipping away unnoticed every time. Their first meeting happened when Puss was after the magic beans from Jack and Jill. A mysterious masked figure interrupted him, luring him into a secret cat club where they faced off first in a dance battle, which then escalated into a sword fight. Puss soon realized this thief was a skilled female cat, Kitty.
You hit me in the head with a guitar?
You're a woman? Whoa.
It turned out she was teaming up with Humpty Dumpty, the same friend who had betrayed Puss and cost him his old life in San Ricardo. Humpty had brought her into the picture on purpose, using her to lure Puss so they could all work together to get the golden eggs.
I had the magic beans in my grasp, and you sent this very attractive devil woman to interfere. You are a curse on my life.
Puss had no choice but to join them reluctantly, and as they traveled on their adventure, he and Kitty built a strong connection.
Kitty, you're not as good as they say. You're better.
She came to respect his deep sense of honor and bravery, while he found himself drawn to her quick wit and sharp skills. All along though, Kitty knew the full plan Humpty had laid out, which meant she would eventually have to betray Puss. That knowledge weighed on her heavily, causing her real pain as their bond grew.
Puss, you have to go now.
You do not have to push me away anymore. You can trust me.
But
Give it up for the legends of San Ricardo!
Humpty had more than just the golden eggs on his mind. He wanted revenge on Puss for what went down during that bank robbery years ago, when everything fell apart between them. Once they got the prize, his real plan kicked in: make sure Puss ended up arrested and back in the hands of the law. Kitty knew the whole setup from the start. She had helped lure Puss right into that trap, setting him up for capture, but her guilt started to take over, growing stronger than any loyalty she felt toward Humpty. By then, she had fallen hard for the legendary lover, seeing his true heart beneath the bravado. So she made the choice to help him break free instead of letting the plan play out.
don't you see, I am here because you made me realize that there is something I care about more than gold.
Something?
Okay. Someone.
They teamed up to save San Ricardo from total disaster. Even after that, Puss stayed an outlaw on the run, and Kitty kept living as a thief, true to her roots. By the very end, they shared a dance together and a kiss, showing that they had started dating. That's how their relationship wrapped up in the first film. When you get to the second one, things between them get way more tangled and emotional. Between the two movies, their story hit a major breaking point. They were supposed to get married in Santa Col, with everything set for a big commitment. But Puss couldn't shake his huge ego or his pride in being the lone wolf everyone saw him as. His own legend paralyzed him, making him terrified of giving up that image. In the end, he stood her up at the altar, too caught up in himself to show.
Kitty will never trust me again. Not after Santa Coloma.
But that's just one bad heist.
Santa Coloma wasn't a heist, Perrito. It was a church. With a priest. And guests. And Kitty. Everything but me. I ran away then, too.
What's interesting though, is that she didn't actually go to the wedding either. Deep down, she knew she could never compete with his one true love, his own larger-than-life legend. She chose to stay away rather than face that heartbreak head-on. Puss had no idea about any of this. He truly thought she was there waiting for him, which made him believe he had shattered her world by not showing up. That whole mess hit Kitty especially hard. Her backstory had already left her with deep trust issues, making it tough for her to let anyone close. Puss had been the one person she let her guard down for, the one she trusted most. After he let her down like that, intentionally or not, it turned her bitter and cynical. She became convinced he would always put himself and his ego first, loving his own myth more than he could ever love her. Years later, in the second film, Puss finds himself down to his very last life, gripped by a real fear of death that shakes him to his core. When he learns about the wishing star, a magical chance to make any dream come true, he sees it as his way to get back all 9 of his lives and keep living out his legend as the unbeatable hero. At that point in his life, building and protecting that heroic image was pretty much all that mattered to him, pushing everything else aside. That's when his path crosses with Kitty's again, pulling them back into each other's world.
Puss?
Kitty?
Puss.
Kitty!
Throughout the movie, they butt heads a lot because of the lingering hurt and mistrust from what happened in Santa Coloma years ago. She's still angry and keeps her walls up, not fully able to trust him after he let her down so badly. Deep down though, they clearly still feel that strong pull toward each other. The attraction never really faded, but the broken trust hangs over everything, making their time together tense and complicated. Puss wants the wishing star above all to fix his lives and stay the fearless legend everyone expects. Kitty, on the other hand, has a simpler, more painful wish, to finally find someone she can count on completely, someone who won't leave her hanging again.
You wanna know what my wish was? Someone, anyone I could trust. In my whole life, I've never had that. But I thought I finally found that someone, without a wish. I thought it was you. But you're still running. Still the same old Puss in Boots.
It's heartbreaking to see how much her past letdowns, especially with Puss, have left her longing for that kind of real connection. In the end, at the wishing star itself, Puss has a big wake-up moment. He realizes that chasing 9 lives means nothing if he has no one to share those adventures with. His friends and Kitty make life worth living. Instead of giving in to his fear, he stops running from death and turns to fight, protecting Kitty and their new friend Perrito with everything he's got. They decide together to tear up the map, letting go of the star's power rather than letting it control them. Puss finally makes the choice that changes everything. He picks Kitty and Perrito over his ego and his obsession with his own legend. Now, Kitty and Puss are back together for real, stronger than before.
I hate to say it, but should we make a wish?
Kitty, one life spent with you is all that I could wish for.
The big difference this time is that he actively chose them, over the image he'd been gripping so tightly for so long.